Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV News at Noon.
President Trump delivered the longest State of the Union address in modern history.
A Dance Moms icon visits campus.
I'm at the scene of today's Ice Out protest. I'll have more for you coming up.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining NTTV News at Noon. I'm Leah Correas.
And I'm Jaden Crumpton. Last night, President Donald Trump delivered the longest State of the Union address in recorded history to a divided nation. We have CNN's Ivan Rodriguez with more.
President Trump Tuesday night painted a picture of the U.S. economy largely at odds with what economic data, polling, and consumer sentiment surveys show.
Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before.
And attacked Democrats' affordability agenda.
They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. We are doing really well.
As he entered the chamber, Trump greeted 3 of the 6 Supreme Court justices who ruled against his sweeping emergency tariffs on Friday, then later slammed their decision.
They got it really wrong.
The president also addressing foreign policy hotspots like Venezuela and Iran.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon.
And using an appearance by the Olympic champion U.S. men's hockey team to underscore his theme of America winning. Democrats rebutted the speech in different ways. Congressman Al Green of Texas was removed from the chamber early on for a protest. Dozens of other Democratic lawmakers attended a counter rally on the National Mall.
We are better than what is under that Capitol right now.
But the official Democratic response was delivered by Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger, elected last November, and offering a preview of Democrats' potential midterm approach.
He's enriching himself, his family, his friends. The scale of the corruption is unprecedented.
On Capitol Hill, I'm Karen Kafa.
A federal judge has ruled that the Justice Department may not search through the contents of several devices seized from a Washington Post reporter. Earlier this year, the devices were seized in a probe in the leak classified documents. This ruling comes just 6 weeks after the judge gave the DOJ permission to raid the reporter's home. The decision was appealed due to concern that investigators will use the approved search warrant in order to peer into the reporter's private data that's unrelated to the leak investigation. The reporter is not formally under investigation, though her communications with the government contractor who is charged with illegally leaking classified information led prosecutors to request a search warrant for a Virginia home. Early voting started on the 17th, and the polls have seen a massive turnout. According to VoteHub, more than 750,000 Democratic ballots have already been cast. That's 130,000 more than the final early voting count in the 2022 primaries. If this trend continues, Democrats will edge out Republicans when it comes to early votes cast. Democratic voters have been turning out en masse to decide the Senate race between Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and State Representative James Tallarico. Crockett's familiar face appeals to many Texas Democrats, but Tallarico's message of political unity and politics as a class struggle appeals to voters across the spectrum. The high turnout is a sharp change from the 2022 primaries, when Democrats lost several key races across Texas, extending a decades-long losing streak.
The Republican Party is seeing lower turnout in early voting compared to the Democratic Party, but is still seeing higher turnout than at this point in 2022. Just under 650,000 ballots have been cast in the Republican Party. However, the GOP is surpassing its 2022 count. 4 years ago at this point, the party had roughly 400,000 votes cast. 2 prominent Texas Republicans are running for Senate: incumbent John Cornyn and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Cornyn has run a campaign based on keeping Paxton out of office, accusing the AG of corruption, and saying that if Republicans choose Paxton in the primaries, he's more likely to lose in November's general election. On the other hand, Paxton has accused Cornyn of losing his Texas roots, calling him a lackluster senator. Both candidates have portrayed themselves as the pro-Trump option, but the president has said he does not have a preference in the race, leaving voters to decide for themselves. The polls aren't the only places seeing political activity. UNT's campus has seen a rise in activism lately. Our live reporter Annie Tomlin is on the scene of a campus protest.
Thanks, Leah. Students at the University of North Texas are continuing to hold ICE Out protests despite the possibility of disciplinary consequences. Multicultural organizations are co-hosting a march in solidarity with those impacted by the actions of ICE. That's going to start today at noon here at Willis Library right behind me. Now, students who are joining are encouraged to turn their personal devices off and leave all of their valuables behind. Another event that took place at Willis Library was on February 12th and had over 500 people attending to protest the mass deportation efforts of President Donald Trump. It lasted around 3 hours and it included holding signs, chanting, dancing to music, writing on the sidewalk. With NTTV, I'm Annie Tomlin.
Thanks, Annie. It seems like spring is on the way.
Yeah, I'm definitely jealous that Annie got to be out in that fresh air. Our weather anchor Edison Stewart can tell us more. Edison?
Thanks, guys. That is right. I am a little envious of Annie, but it looks like she might want a light jacket as we are expecting some high wind speeds throughout the day. That's going to average out to around 72 degrees, but that high wind speed is going to close out into the evening. As we go into tonight, it is going to average out to about 58 degrees. It's going to go into that low 60s. The wind speed is going to cool down throughout the evening and throughout the night. As we go into tomorrow, it's going to come back up to around the high 70s, and we're going to see an increase in wind at 11 northeast per hour. Stay with us throughout the show as I'll have a forecast later. Back to you at the desk.
When we come back, UNT is facing a $45 million deficit.
And how a massive snowstorm is pummeling the Northeast up next.
Good evening, my name is Amanda Hasbell and I'm joining you here today in the Union Parking Garage. Today we're going to be going over how to drive safely in the parking garage. Let's go see. Oh my god, this girl just got hit by a car. Let's go see what happened. Ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay?
Did you see that lady hit me with a car?
Yeah, we did. I got it all on video.
Oh my god.
Let's go over here and talk about how we can prevent that.
Yeah, not the hospital.
Well, right now we're going to ask you a couple questions on how we can drive safely in the parking lot. What are ways that we can be aware of our surroundings?
Oh, we can look both ways.
Jenna, also, how about putting the distractions away?
Yes, just like our phones, turning our music down, and also not focusing on our passengers.
Where can you get information on how to get a parking pass?
Transportation.unt.edu.
If you park in a garage, make sure you pay on the app or look for further instructions on how you should pay.
And remember, no pass, no park. Let's all try to keep our Mean Green community safe.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Drive safe.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
What's up?
Nothing much. I'm really bored. I feel like there's nothing to do.
Are you kidding? The MRTS picture show is happening.
The MRTS what?
Come with me.
Okay.
It's a series of free film screenings right here on campus. And there's free popcorn.
Nice. Thank you.
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DebtQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DebtQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DebtQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.debtq.org to learn more. DebtQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Welcome back. According to a CNN review, dozens of FBI witness interviews from the Epstein investigation appear to be missing from those already released. These include 3 interviews related to a woman who accused President Trump of sexually assaulting her when she was a teenager. An evidence log provided to attorneys for Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell includes serial numbers for about 325 FBI witness interview records. However, the review revealed over 90 of those records don't appear to be present on the DOJ website. The White House has called these allegations false and sensationalist, and a DOJ spokesperson denied any Epstein records had been deleted and stressed that the department was following the law. Trump has repeatedly denied wrongdoing in connection to Epstein. Many UNT students are left wondering how campus is going to look after new budget cuts were announced. Luckily, our segment anchor, Gabriela Cruz, has more on the story and some local news.
Thank you, Leah. The university is currently dealing with a deeper budget shortfall than initially expected. Now projected at a $45 million deficit for the current fiscal year. This fall, the Board of Regents approved a deficit closer to $31 million, but university leaders say several factors have since driven that number up. UNT President Harrison Keller points to declining enrollment, particularly among international graduate students, which he says is directly connected to recent federal policy shifts and travel limitations. Reduced state funding has also added to the strain. As the university looks ahead, the administration is exploring a range of cost-saving measures. Those options include a voluntary separation program for eligible faculty and staff, and possibly cutting low-enrolled courses and programs. This is still a developing situation, and NTTV will continue following how these decisions could impact students, faculty, and staff. Prom is often seen as a milestone night, but for many families, the cost can turn that initial excitement into stress. Thanks to the support of the North Texas community and St. Andrew's Prom Closet, students are being reminded that everyone deserves to feel confident, included, regardless of the budget.
For 17 years, St. Andrew's Prom Closet has made prom possible without the price tag.
So last year we were able to serve over 1,300 girls. We have a goal this year to serve over 1,400.
That's all made possible through community donations of gently used prom dresses, shoes, evening handbags, and jewelry.
We also need a ton of volunteers.
For some volunteers, helping is personal.
I'm a mom of all boys, so I will never get to experience this. I loved prom. I loved the shopping experience.
And now she gets to help create that same excitement for someone else.
A lot of these girls, when they find the dress, it may be the exact dress that they were hoping that they would find, or it could be a dress that they never thought in a million years they would ever want to wear, but yet they're glowing and they look beautiful, and that's what's really important.
For more information on donating, volunteering, or registering for a dress, visit standrewpromcloset.org.
St. Andrew's Prom Closet will be open until February 28th as well as March 2nd through the 5th and again on March 7th. Definitely write those dates down if you're interested. And speaking from personal experience, a gift like this can mean more than just a prom dress. It can change how someone remembers their entire night. Art can be a powerful form of expression, but for some, access to creative spaces hasn't always been guaranteed. This past Wednesday, the University of North Texas changed that through a coloring and painting program hosted by the Eagle Engagement Center and Office of Disability Access. Organizers say events like this are more about art. They're deeply rooted in connection, community, and belonging. The workshops are open to all UNT students, staff, and faculty, with snacks, supplies, and participation at little to no cost. In case that you missed this one, organizers say more accessible events are planned throughout the semester. For more information on events like these, visit calendar.unt.edu. With all that being said, that's all I have for you guys this afternoon. Back to Jaden and Leah at the desk.
Ella. Well, in other news, thousands across the Northeast remain without power this morning as freezing temperatures follow a powerful winter storm. Communities from the Northeast through the Mid-Atlantic are still digging out after more than 2 feet of snow fell in some areas. The system rapidly intensified into a bomb cyclone early Monday, unleashing hurricane-force wind gusts, blinding snow bands, and widespread power outages. Hundreds of flights were canceled and travel bans were issued, and millions remained under blizzard warnings as cleanup continues. Meanwhile, here at home, we're dealing with a very different story. Let's go ahead and take a look at your full forecast, what you can expect tonight, and how the rest of the week is shaping up, and whether any big changes are headed our way. As you can see across the state map, we can see as we go up northern, it is going to even out into the low 70s, high 70s, coming down to Abilene, and then through Denton and Shreveport, it is going to go its way into the lower 70s, going down south. It's going to warm up just a little bit, but as we go throughout the week, we are going to see the temperatures ranging from the 80s. We are going to sense of a warm front kind of in following the colder temperatures earlier this week, but we are expecting some rain chances throughout the weekend. So it looks like we're going to be balancing whether or not you should be tanning or getting your rain jacket. Our lows throughout the week are going to range from the 50s to the high 40s. And like I said, we are expecting some rain early next week. So just keep that in mind. That's all I have for your full forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Edison. When we come back, Dance Moms coach Abby Lee Miller pays a visit to fans on campus.
And the president awards a hockey player with a major honor.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. Practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pole Recreation Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
Welcome back. If you've ever watched reality TV, you've heard the name Abby Lee Miller. The Dance Mom star came to campus this Monday, and I got the chance to cover the event.
This Monday, about 1,000 UNT students formed a line so long it wrapped around the Union. They were waiting for none other than superstar choreographer Abby Lee Miller, most notable for her reality TV show Dance Moms.
I did grow up watching Dance Moms a lot, so that's really how I know her. And also my sister is like a super big fan of Dance Moms, and she's made me rewatch it like 4 times. So I had to be here and record some stuff for her.
Students were in line for hours for the chance to get a seat at the UNT Lyceum Theater, which can only seat 500 people.
I had a very jam-packed day. However, I said if I had enough time, I'd stop by. And then once I saw the line, I got FOMO. So I said, I am joining this.
This event included exclusive stories from the TV show Dance Moms, a detailed Q&A, and even the chance to be led in choreography by Miller herself. None of this could have happened without UNT's very own University Program Council, or UPC for short. I got the chance to speak to one of their team members, Daniela Aceituno, who explained how events like these come to life.
I believe that because she's such a big public figure, it was just like a great way to just like get people engaged and to like really like have a speaker that people will like truly like listen to and like know from like social media and different platforms and stuff like that. I feel like that's really what makes our event so special, is that like we try to bring people who just like make that impact for those students. And my perspective is what I feel like is the most important when planning an event like this.
Reporting for North Texas Television, I'm Leah Correas.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has announced its nominees for 2026. And as always, some fans are ecstatic while others are disappointed. This year has the largest list ever with 17 artists, 10 of them being first-time nominees. Some include Lauryn Hill, Phil Collins, Wu-Tang Clan, Shakira, and Luther Vandross. Returning artists include The Black Crowes, Billy Idol, and Iron Maiden, nominated for the 3rd time.
During the State of the Union address, President Donald Trump announced that he will award the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor, to the U.S. Olympic gold medalist Connor Hellebuyck, who was key to the first American men's hockey gold medal victory since 1980. Hellebuyck, goaltender for the Winnipeg Jets and 2025 NHL MVP, allowed only 6 goals on 137 shots, leading the tournament in save percentage. Hellebuyck in the United States secured gold against Canada this past Sunday.
It's always sad when the Olympics come to an end.
Absolutely. I think we've got a lot more to come, though. Let's head over to sports anchor Christina Orozco, who can tell us more.
Thank you, Jaden. Stay tuned after the commercial break for more information on UNT basketball and the Dallas Stars' return.
Here, 1, 2, 3.
Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
And now we return to Fabric of Passion.
Oh, Hector, it will be so hard for us to part, but we must.
But, my love, what did I do? I thought we were meant to be together forever.
I am so disheartened to say that you're just not in style anymore. But you will be, to someone else, in a better place.
You're gonna shred me?
No.
I'm donating you to one of the many clothing donation boxes available on campus. There is one in the Union by the Syndicate and one on Union Circle Drive.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? I'm gonna be someone's new shirt.
I thought you'd be more distressed.
Oh, absolutely not. It was cramped in your closet anyways.
Maybe you would like to be shredded after all.
After the break for the Winter Olympics, the Dallas Stars are finally back and they play the Seattle Kraken tonight at 7. The Stars currently stand at 3rd in the Central Division, while the Kraken are in 3rd for the Pacific Division. It was announced yesterday that Mikko Rantanen will be out for an extended time after sustaining a lower body injury while performing at the Olympics. They have also stated that Jake Ottinger would not be starting tonight against Seattle and will be instead serving as backup to Casey DeSmith. The Stars are entering the game on a 6-game win streak, averaging 4 goals per game while only allowing 3 goals per game. We'll see if they extend their run to a 7-game win streak after tonight's game, which is available to watch for free on Victory Plus app. And our Mean Green men's basketball team will be on the road to face Charlotte in North Carolina this evening, with only 3 more games left of the regular season. Charlotte is standing at 5th in the AAC, while UNT is currently at 9th. They are coming off their close 73-72 win against Florida Atlantic on Sunday. This sets new head coach Daniel Robinson at 16 regular season wins. Sophomore guard Jashawn Stevenson is just 13 points shy of becoming the 6th UNT underclassman to score 500-plus points in a single season. We will be facing conference teams Rice and UAB for their last games of the season. The games will be broadcasted on the Mean Green Sports Network and ESPN+, hopefully finishing the season on a good note and a win. And finally, our Mean Green women's basketball team dominated against in-state rival UTSA as they beat them 63-87 on Tuesday night. This puts them on a 4-game win streak with the 11-5 conference record. UNT led for over 35 minutes of last night's game, finishing with 11 three-pointers and going 20 for 25 in free throws. UNT's defense forced 21 turnovers and kept the win deficit at just 24 points. Andy Schisler was outstanding as she made a D1 career high of 22 points and double-digit scoring from Chania Price, Asia Proctor, and Makia Chase. UNT's next game will be against conference competition South Florida, who is trailing behind UNT by just 1 game. They play on Saturday here at the Super Pit at 2, where they are also hosting Senior Day prior to the game to celebrate 5 Mean Green seniors. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Christina. In Hubbard Heights, Ohio, a routine trash run turned into a police chase on foot.
In a video released by the Hubbard Heights Police Department, a suspect, now dubbed Oscar the Grouch, appears to pop out of a trash can and begin running, at which point an officer begins to run after him, all while the nearby sanitation worker stand in awe.
Rough day for that guy.
I don't think any sunny days are headed for this Oscar the Grouch, because it looks like he got canned.
Latest out of Sesame Street. Thanks for watching NTTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.
Broadcasting live.